Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dion. I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. How did I almost forget chapstick? This is cake batter, scented and flavored. I just now picked it up at random, which I usually do, except I usually pick it up at random before I start the video. On my face today, the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. Foundation, we have the Fenty Soft Matte 335. Brows, Fenty Brow Pencil, of course. Ow. Lower lash line and inner rims, we have the NYX retractable eyeliner, and the shade is deep purple, and we are done. We are done. But no fear, we have a backup. So I'll be opening this one after this video. So I'm priming lids and let you know what the introduction is if you're new here. I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. The crazy, just enjoying doing videos, enjoying the channels that you watch, and if you do videos, knowing it's okay to be your authentic self, not being overly concerned with what people may think, or not feeling like you can't just be yourself. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Use whatever tool you want to, whatever technique, and whatever brand you want to use, because you need to be satisfied with your makeup. Wear whatever you want to, however you want to, and just rock it. Here at the Crazy Troll Nation, we are about self-acceptance and self-love, embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even without face paint on. I need to let you know, if you're new here, I do curse on my channel sometimes. Why? Because I curse, sometimes, period. I do try to catch myself. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it does not. I do realize my energy is a little low. Y'all, I am just exhausted. Something came up and it just really fucked my head up. Like, seriously. And I'm dealing with it, though. And I know it's important to feel your feelings and not get stuck. And I'm not getting stuck. But, yes, I do realize that I'm kind of like, And playing in makeup, it does distract me. And I enjoy playing in makeup. And so I'm making it a point to still continue to, like, do things I normally do. Doing things that I enjoy doing and not just laying around, being like, oh, woe is me or whatever. So still feeling my feelings while doing things I enjoy. I went down and helped out with Helping Hands this weekend. Today is December 16th. And tomorrow I'll be going to a potluck. And so the situation that happened, as the universe would have it, it happened at a perfect time. So it didn't happen at a time where I had nothing to do or not have the opportunity to be around people who love me and accept me for who I am and who care for me. And so it was, perfect timing. And so I am grateful for that. And we're going to get into this look. This is the Lila palette from Natasha Denona. We know what it looks like. This, like the Star palette, had the perforated thing in here with the shade names on it. And I like that they have the finishes on it. And so I was able to just pull the entire thing out. The top part was under here. So I pulled the entire thing out. And then I cut it so that it wasn't sharp. If you remember from the Star palette, I put tape on it because it was like super like razor sharp. But I cut it lower and I rounded out the edges. And so that way it can just sit in here and I can see what the shadow names are and just take it off and still see what the shadow names are and show you the palette. So this is what it looks like. As you see, it is a fresh one. The one I had before did turn. And this is from when I showed you how you can pop these out. And because I was doing it at this angle, I gouged it by mistake. But when I pop them out, when I'm just doing it for myself, that doesn't happen. And so I just wanted to show you in that video, which I did, is that these do not have the pinholes like the other one, but you can still take these out, move them around if you want to, or put them in a BYOP or whatever it is you want to do. So let's get into this look. We're going to take Magnolia. Which one is Magnolia? This shade right here. So I was thinking we would do a diagonal. And so I was looking at this one, but then I thought, I wanted something lighter for inner corner. Yeah, who am I wanting something lighter? So we're going to go here, and then I believe here, here, and magenta, magnetic. Magnetic? That's what this one is. I'll show you the shades before we use them, and then we're going to do something from over here. So right now we're going to take Magnolia, which is this shade right here, and we're going to put that on our inner lid. This is an Esom V27 brush, and so we're just going to just pop that right here. This is a there not there color for me. It is very pretty though, because it does, well, not pretty because of the tone of it and because of my complexion, it does just kind of blend in, but it is really pretty though. This can be an easy one and done if you just wanted some shimmer on the lid, if you're my complexion or undertone. And you could just put this all over and just blend it like up here, and that can be your look, like super easy. So that's just gonna stay just like that. We didn't finish the face. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the face. I haven't used the Hourglass Tiger or Snake in a while, so I may just do that today. I'm not sure. We're going to see what we're going to do. The next shade we're going to take, I know I had to put this on top of it to make sure I'm getting the shades right. We're going to take Cyclone, which is this shade up here. And Cyclone is a duochrome. So we're going to see what it's going to look like. And we are using clean brushes. When I like a brush, ooh, I buy more. And so that's why I have like so many of the same brush. This is going to be a light ethereal look. Who am I? Who am I? I'm bombing you guys with shorts because I kept forgetting to upload the shorts. I did get into the habit of when I do the reel/short, I go ahead and upload it to Instagram like right away. Even if it's like 11 o'clock at night, I just go ahead and upload it. But then that leaves me to just put it on for YouTube. And I don't always like to have shorts popping up on the same day I do videos, which is almost every day. And so I had thought for a while, I'll just upload shorts. And I do like that I can schedule the shorts on YouTube, schedule them like for the weekend. But then I forgot to schedule some for Friday, like Friday night. And I'm just like, oh. So I'm bombing you guys with shorts. And people do like them. Some people do find me through shorts. And so I don't want to completely abandon shorts, even though I'm a long form content person. But this is pretty. I feel like, well, this way I do see that inner corner, but this way over here I don't. And so, because I was thinking I needed to put more, but over here I can see it. But I want to just take a little bit more. Yeah, we're going to take a little bit more. And I'm sure it's just the angle that I'm sitting at. And as you can tell, my phone is in a different place than it normally is. So I'm learning all over again, like where to look in the videos when I'm doing videos. So the next shade is, I swear this word makes me feel like I'm illiterate. It's not magnetic. It's magentic. It's M-A-G-E-N-I-T. And I always want to say magnetic, but it's not. Magentic, and that is this shade in the center of the palette, this shade right here. So that's going to go on the outer lid. This one is a metallic, and actually most of them in this palette are metallics. The Cyclone shade was a little dusty, just a little bit, and that one was the duochrome. So we're going to put this on the outer lid, and this is just blending in. This, you see how easy this is? Like this, oh, I went too high up. It just went on its own. It just went on its own. And I'm like, why you do that? Yes, I'm trying to feather out the shadow. So we're going to see if I'm able to be successful with wing shadow. But I didn't mean to go this high up. But it does blend nicely into that duochrome. This should not be up there. I don't even know how I did that. You know, because I was going to blend and the brush just went where it went. Story of my life the last few days. Things are just going where they want to go. But yeah, I do have a shade to put up there. Maybe it'll cover it, maybe it won't. And so yeah, we're feathering this out. I'm not liking how, well, I know it is supposed to be a gradient, but it's just looking too light right here. But I know it's supposed, well, not say supposed to be, but I do think that's how it looks best. Excuse me for smacking. And maybe it's just me getting used to wing and shadow. I really think that might be what it is. So we're going to just feather right here. Because this shade is looking harsh next to the dual chrome. And even though it blends in, like when I look right here, it looks too sharp. When I look here, it looks sharp. So we're going to do this to blend it. That dual chrome is nice, and the shades do blend in nice to it. Even that inner corner shade blended nice into it. I do think that's better. I have not added more shadow onto the brush. So that's just what we're going to do with that shade. And now we're going to take, this is getting a little messy here. Now we're going to take Nude Vino, which is this shade up here. And this shade, it looks light, but it's not. It's dark. We're going to use that for an outer V, and I have to use the Hourglass number 6 brush for that. So we're going to tap in and tap off. And you know what? I don't know if it makes sense to do an outer V since we did a wing for the shadow. So I don't even know. We're going to find out what it's going to look like though. Because I like when I do outer V's and it turns into a V and it's only the V and it's not other stuff like out here. Because then that's going to mess with the gradient between that shade by putting the outer V here. So I really didn't think this through. But so we're feathering inward. We did the V and we're feathering inward. We're not going to make this deep because I am liking the gradient that we have going on here. And so we are just trying things. I was excited to get back to using Lila because it is a beautiful palette. I don't use it a lot for no particular reason. And I do remember saying in previous videos, I do have a playlist for Lila, that Lila it's a beautiful palette. It is a beautiful palette. But because of the tones, it's not a palette I think most people can just pick up after they're dressed and wear it, because I know a lot of people do match their eyeshadow to their clothes. And because of the colors in here, you know, you might get dressed and be like, I can't wear this palette. I mean, and you still could, but if you do the matchy-matchy, this is not a palette you can just pick up any day and just put it on. And even though I don't do the matchy-matchy, not intentionally, because I don't like the matchy-matchy on me, I still find that I don't use it much for no particular reason. And so I'm liking the look. Very ethereal, so that I don't really like. I do like ethereal looks, but I prefer me with something deeper. So now we're going to take Per Se, which is this shade here, and that's going to go under our brow, and that might be, we're not going to do that. We're going to take Juno. This is either satin or shimmer. It has an S for the finish. This is a cream to matte. This is a creamy matte. This one is deeper in person, so I think that would mess that up. So we're going to take this one, and this is an Esom V31 brush. I did tell you what the other brushes were, except this one was a Fenty 230. And I might not even say brushes anymore because y'all see me using the same brushes. So we're going to put this here, and we're going to try and cover up where I took that red too high. Oh, this is bright. This is where we put that red by mistake, that outer corner shade, when I was blending it. It just made it pink. So we're going to... I like it though. So you see how you see the color here, this shade, but then over where the red was, where I didn't mean to put it, it just turned it pink. So we're just going to take some more and just... This is when I got loud, excuse me. This is when I should take that white eyeliner and put that up there. Oh, that might be nice. So you see how this looks? This I like, but I took that pink up too high over there. That would be something. Just run like a thin line as possible, like under my brow. I do really like this. I like that. This side, I tapped in lightly. That would be something if I just took a white line right here and just ran it straight over. I do like the look. I'm getting used to the wing shadow look. It's new for me, as y'all know. Now we're going to blow out, we're going to place and blow out our lower lash line colors at the same time. So we're using these big ass thick Scott Barnes brushes. This has length on it. These are clean. Well, okay, hold up. This is Scott Barnes Travel Angled, excuse me, where does that come from? Travel Angled Smudge. No, it just says smudge. Travel Angled Smudge. But look how thick this is. Like, who smudges? Where's this lint coming from? I'm having issues. We're going to take Livid. Livid is this shade here. And this is a dual chrome. So we're going to just press this in. And that's going to go on the first half of our lower lash line. So this is placing and blowing down at the same time because the brush is so thick. And so we're just pressing. Ooh. Because I knew I was going to want more color than what the top was going to look like. I think too for this palette, I don't use it often because it's not smoky. So you know what that means. Pairing it with something else. That's nice. I like this shade. Actually, I like all the shades in here. We're going to take a clean one, because I have two of these. And we're going to take Amethyst. And Amethyst is this one here. This is a metallic. And we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to press and wiggle. Tap off. And we're going to put that over here. We're going to use a purple for our upper lash line. I always make this line so funky. Excuse me. We're going to go back in, press and wiggle, and we're going to bring this down here. Oh, okay. I didn't mean I go that far. Damn. Oh, you know, well. I don't even know what to say. And I tried to do it on an angle like up here, but this side is like, wait. Hashtag troll be trying it. I seriously do. It's all an experience, a learning experience. So how come this one ain't go up? Let me stop doing this side because this is like way blown out. But you know what? I do kind of like it. So let me just make this side thicker since the other side is thicker. So we're going to make the accident intentional. Oh, that looks sick. I look like I'm sick. All right, we're going to take, but I do like that though too. So we're going to take this brush. What shade? We're going to take this one here, which is, what shade is that? Nude Mauve. And it's the cream to powder. So we're going to take this shade. This is deeper in person too. We're going to just tap straight in. This is an Hourglass something, number 6. And we're going to just buff this under here. I just realized neither one of my eyes are tearing, because usually this is the point where I'll be like, okay, it's wet right here. I can tell the brush is wet. Oh, this looks like I'm sick in a good way. Now we're going to sweep this out here. Why am I talking like this? I figured out looking at my baby pictures which side of my face was paralyzed when I was born. And it was the right side of my face. And I know baby pictures, like the faces sometimes look different anyway. But this eye was closed. This side was wide open. This side was closed. And this side of my lip was kind of hanging like this. So, and I used to think it was my right side because of how this lip kind of hangs. But yeah, so it's been confirmed as I was looking at my baby pictures. I was feeling very nostalgic because of that situation that happened. And so I was going through, I said, I'm gonna just lean into my feelings, because the sooner I lean into it and resolve it within myself, the better. The sooner I'll feel better. And so I was going through my photo albums, looking at pictures. I did post some stuff on Instagram, which I normally don't post, like personal stuff. And you know what's surprising is I got more likes on that video than not that video, that posting like my makeup stuff. And I know people want to know stuff and they want to know us more, us content creators more, but I think there's just a time and place to be like personal. You know what I mean? But that's just me. But anyway, we are done with the palette. We used I have 7 shades, but 8 because we added that other shade. We added that last one, nude mauve. So I need to put that in my notes. So we're going to, I have out MAC's Fluid Line and Macro Violet, which is purple. And I just think all of this, I mean, yes, it's pretty, but it's very monochromatic. And even though that center shade is a dual chrome, because of this shade and this shade, it just, like, you don't really see a shift, I don't think. I think it would need to just be on its own. This is a MAC 210, or I'll put it over a base. That's what I think. Because it's not really showing up as a dual chrome. If anything, it's just showing up like a shimmery peachy orange type shade. So we're gonna put this on our upper lash line. I do think I'm gonna use the Tiger palette. I haven't used that in a while for no particular reason. And that didn't do much. I did good, y'all. I went into the MAC store to use my rewards points, because online you can only pick one thing, and I had 347 points, and their pro pan shadows are worth 100, and that's how I got 7 free shadows a couple years ago, because I had like almost 800 points. It was like 700 and something points, so I got 7 free pro pan shadows. And so I went in, and it's a hodgepodge. I just picked shades that I didn't already have because I have so many BYOPs. Every color, when I'm like, oh, I like this one. Okay, add that one. Oh, I really like this one. Oh, add that one too. So I just picked like random shades that I didn't already have that do not even make a cohesive look. But the reason I said I did good is because I do want the white mascara. And I had told a friend of mine, I said, I'm not going to get it because then I'll be mad that I can't repurchase it because they're only making 1,000 of them. And when they came out with Cobalt Squirt and the violet one, I really like Squirt, and I would have repurchased it, but they only made, they said 500 of each. And so I said, you know what? I'm not even going to buy the white one because once it's gone, it's just gone. And that would have, not that I was upset, but it's just like, okay, you made this product, I purchased it, I like it, and now I can't get it. And so why even start? You know what I mean? So I didn't get it. And the store was having a 25% off site-wide sale, including their limited edition palettes. And I was looking at other stuff, like, oh, I can buy some more stuff, you know, put in the giveaway. But I said, you know what? I have enough stuff for the giveaway. So I'm like, I made it out without buying anything. Yo, she hooked me up. Yo, when y'all see the haul video, y'all gonna be like, damn. She was just throwing stuff in the bag. She's like, I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna give you this. Which color? Which one of these bags you want? Da-da-da. I was like, girl. And it's Coco. So if you watching this, Coco, I told her I talked about her in my other video. We're gonna put on the Lancome Silks Boost mascara base. And so I did tell her I talked about her in the other video when I went in. And I'm like, I'm gonna come back tomorrow. I'm gonna go home and order online so I can go through Rakuten. I'll come back tomorrow and pick it up. And when I went back that next day, before I even got into the store, she was waving at me, hey, Dion. And I'm just like, can I get in the store first? Like, you calling me all out loud like that? She is hella cool, though. She is hella cool. And so, yeah, I told her I talked about her. She purchased the Pat McGrath trio. She said, you made me buy them Pat McGraths. I'm like, what are you talking about? She ordered one of the trios during the 30% off sale. I said, well, you got no sale, girl. I said, but you know what? I'm going to tell you now, no, next time wait for 40% off. She was like, I'm not listening to you. So I told her I hope she likes the palettes that she had purchased. And so, yeah, but she's real cool. But yeah, she was just giving me all kinds of stuff. This is the Fenty Hella Thick Mascara. So I went in to get my free 3 shadows and walked out with a bunch of stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh. And one thing I thought was an empty container, because I'm like, what is this thing? And I did open it when I got home just to peek at it, because I'm not opening to touch anything, because I want to open it with all of you. But I'm like, oh, there's stuff in here, because it was like a tin or a bag or something And I thought it was just like for storage purposes, but there was stuff in it. So I'm just like, what? I'm just like, jeepers. Yeah, she was like, and the bag she gave me was nice too. She was like, you want this bag or you want this one? And I'm like, oh. And one said big lipstick energy. And I'm like, well, if it said big black lipstick energy, because y'all know my signature lip is a black lip. And so I opted for the other one. And I told her I was in there a few weeks ago to get my birthday freebies. And she's like, oh, did she give you the bag? And I said, yeah. She said, which bag did she give you? I said, well, it was a gold one. And she was like, oh, I'm going to give you one of these other ones. I was like, okay. Like, I have never been to a store where they just be like, I'm going to just give you more stuff. So I was just kind of like, thank you. So we're going to go, oh, goodness, excuse me, for whatever that was happening in my mind. So we're going to go into the Tiger palette. I don't know what we're going to do yet. Let me pull out 3 of these brushes, 2 of these brushes, 3 brushes. We're going to pull out 2 blush brushes. And a brush for our under eye. And actually, is that Radiant Light? Yeah, that is. We are going to take, what do I want to take out of here? And I don't want to blind you. What do I want to take out of here? Well, this we're going to use as our bronzer. And this one is identified as a bronzer. So we're going to take this brush. Oh, and it's really not that deep. And we're just going to bring that down here. If this was a single compact, I would use the bronzer brush, but because this fits in here, ooh, look at that. Oh, something, y'all, I swear I'm a bitch, but I must be a sweet ass bitch. I have I did go to the Playhouse, and usually I do get chewed up there. I have a bite here, a bite here, and a bite here, and this is the one I could feel right now. And might not be able to see it because of foundation, but there's like a bite here and a bite here, and I'm just like, and I have learned that when I work at the Playhouse, I wear leggings because they overlap my no-show ankle socks, because when I wear jeans, they're usually boot cut or flare, and so there's a gap, like air can get in there. And there was a time where every time I went in there, specifically in a certain place where I would sit, I would have bites around my ankles. I'm just like, what the hell? So I've learned to wear certain clothing. So wearing the leggings that meet the top of my no-show ankle socks, there's like nothing, there's no skin showing or no gap for like anything to get in there to like, bite my ankles. But I was just like, and then I'm like, wait a minute, I bought like something on Lippy. I think something was dancing on my face because they have like a bite, and a bite, and a bite. So I think something was just dancing around. Like, I don't know if it just likes my skincare, whatever it is that's in there, be flying around or what. But it's just like, and look at this ear. You see how swollen this is and red? Look at this one. So something done bit my ear and this is all swollen. I'm just like, what the hell? I just don't understand. It has to be the fragrance in my skincare, even though there is no fragrance. But even like if something doesn't have added fragrance, it can still have a scent to it. And so that's the only thing I can think of, is that something in there just likes something about how I smell. This is still the bronzer. Excuse me if you heard that in my throat. And our bodies have their natural scents anyway. Natural odors. Scent sounds better. An odor doesn't necessarily mean something smelly. I'm trying to blend this because that looks like... Excuse me. I think that looks better. I don't know. But this way it looks like a line right here. But when I turn, it looks like a line right there. I'm going to take a blush brush. What are we going to go into? We're just going to take this one up here. The second one. And that is... Coral Haze. The bronzer was Solar Bronze. So we're going to take Coral Haze and we're going to just tap And we're going to tap. So we're tapping in 2 or 3 times. Tap, 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 tap. And then we're going to go back and blend it. She cute. She cute. She cute. She cute. She cute. That is nice. I like this. We're going to put that down. We're going to take a highlighter brush and we're going to go into the highlighter, which is number 3. This one over here. And this one is Infinite Strobe Light. This is a Fenty highlighter brush. So we're going to put this right here. Tap, tap on both sides. Put this right here. And that's going to be that. This is cute. I like this. I hate that I love it. I know I say that most likely every time I use this. I like that. We're going to put that down. We're going to take this brush. We're going to go into number 1, which is Radiant Light, which I do use for set under eye and for face. This is Scott Barnes travel powder brush. And I like this one the same reason as I like the Fenty blush brushes, is because it fits right in the pan. And I don't have to worry about it not touching or trying to have it not touch what's next to it. So I'm putting this under eye first because my under eyes are looking disrespectful. And I look sick, which I like, from how I blew down the shadow. And now we're going to do the rest of the face with this, which is challenging with the little brush. Trying to do my whole face. I do have a single compact of Radiant Light, which is easier to use because then I can just use a big fluffy brush. But since we're in Tiger Palette, we're going to use the one in Tiger Palette. I really do like this powder. So this is the face. We're good for time. Thank you for being here. If this is your first time here, let me know what you think if you have Lila Palette. And I think in a way it's underrated, but if you love those tones, I think you really would love that palette, whether you use it on its own or to pair it with something else. What lip am I going to do? Something is like, just be simple and put this on since everything else is so simple. But you know what? I want to do a dark purple. So I'm going through my liquid lipsticks. This is dark purple, number 52 from Sephora. And I think that's my only purple from when I decluttered. No, I have a lighter purple. But this one I think would be more sensible. But y'all know I want to do dark. My under eye is looking sick from this shade under here. But this is sick that I like. So it's kind of giving me like messy grunge a little bit because the top is just so light and ethereal. I do like how the wing shadow looks now that I did the liner. I like this side better because the liner is a little more straight versus I kind of did the hook upward. It's not quite my usual accidental swoosh. But how this just kind of hooks toward my brow, where this just kind of goes straight out. So this one I think would make more sense, but we don't always make sense here. We're going to use the dark one. Even my gut is telling me use this one. And what we're going to do, we're going to put it right on top of chapstick. So, and hopefully that doesn't make it slide around. I don't think I've ever put these over top of chapstick before. I really don't remember if I did that. I don't think I did. I did. I really do like these. I do recommend these. I want to say they're like 15 something. But when they're 30% off, the Sephora collection stuff, it's like $10 and some change. The name of it is... That's pretty. Lip Cream Stain Liquid Lipstick. That's what it's called. And since we didn't do a liner, we're using a tip of the brush. I do think the lighter one would have looked better, but this is what we got, and I am liking it. Let me know what you are thinking of this look. At the top is just too monochromatic. Even though we have 3 different shades, you only see 2. You see one shade and then this shade because that all looks like the same one. I am glad that we went with the purple liner. I'm glad that we did the color underneath because that adds color to it. This definitely adds color to it. The face, the cheek situation, all of that is bomb. And again, this is what Lila looks like. This was the only messy shade, was this dual chrome up here. And the thing with this is that it's hard to clean. And that's something that people complained about, is that you can keep wiping it. You might have to go into it with alcohol and a Q-tip or something, but just using my hands or even using a brush like I can with other palettes. This one, it ain't gonna work. But anyway, so let me know what you think of this look. Let me know what you think of Lila. If you have Lila, what are your thoughts about it? If you like it, but you just were like, I'm not buying it, why not? And I get it that it's not what most people would wear like every day, especially if you do match your eyeshadow to your makeup. But I really do enjoy this palette. I'm glad that it is not limited edition. I just realized I never set my face, so I can put this away. Yeah, so that'll be it for this video. So thank you for being here. Lots and lots and lots of information below. Lots of playlists for you to look through if you've made it this far and you enjoyed the video. I'd appreciate if you thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, leave comments, all that other good free stuff. And as always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon.